it needs microwave steam. I'm like, I don't even know what that looks like.
I think what I need to do is I'm going to be confused because I've actually got the camera up here, but I think what I need to do is I need to just get a proper hub that allows me to plug more things in through one. This is one of those. I don't think it's a whatchamacallit, USB 4. I don't think that's yeah. Anyways, greetings from the UK. I'm got a bit of a weird camera angle here. You down here? Look at you. You see that? Yeah.
Yeah. See, now you're more like me.
Yeah. Yes. We're both
awkwardly looking up.
You're a little robotic there, man. Just to give you a heads up, I'm not sure if you gotta turn a knob or something.
Can't do anything about that. That's a computer problem. That's a problem that involves restarting shit.
Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see how bad it gets. Maybe you pop out for a second. Greetings from the UK. I like it, UK. DJ Play Nice. Wee. How's everybody doing? We got some whose camera shakes a bit when I move. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry. That was probably more information than you wanted to know about me.
Too much.
I'm crushing your head. Oh, I love it. I love it. They're using a CalDigit Hub TS3 Plus. They also have a newer one. Yeah, you know what? I've always used it's a Satechi, whatever it is. They're okay, but they're not meant for getting a lot of data through. And I just now have the new prompter, which I wasn't going to do a review on this prompter until I got it, and I realized there's some quirky shit here. There's some things about this prompter that make me go, I think we need to do something about this. So actually, you know what I'm going to do is so I've got everything on the prompter. I'm going to bring it back over here because it's really hard to see. There we go. And now it looks like I'm looking at the camera. Ooh, look at that. Poseidon, 2:38 afternoon. It definitely is. Also, we've got some, I need some help from you guys because I had an interaction with a company that I'm not going to actually name. And that company basically, I'm going to read you part of the contract. And I want to know from the people in the audience whether or not you think this is shady business play, because the wording of it makes me feel uncomfortable. And I think that's something. We'll wait for more people to pile in and have a chat. Also, I do have to point out that today, over the last couple of days, we've had the largest release of a video. The second largest, sorry. The largest was the Mackie announcement. This one, the new Shure Nexodyne microphone video is just popping. I think it's up to 6,000 views. Which is fantastic to see. Really, really great to see that it's moving the way it is. The prompter has some issues. It needs an on-off switch. Sometimes the video slows down and then catches up. Oh, I've noticed a few quirks with the prompter. With using it with a Mac, you've got to go in and change certain settings on your Mac, and nothing tells you about that. I literally had to go searching the dredges of the internet to find somebody that was like, oh no, you got to go in and throw this switch. That was a good couple hours out of my day. It freezes up your mouse every once in a while. Every once in a while, my mouse just decides it's not going to move. There's a few things. The mirrored screen doesn't work as great as I'd want it to. And Dylan just walked away. Okay. Bye, Dylan. Please come back soon. Yeah, can Dylan hear? Oh, there he is. What happened to you?
I don't know. I clicked something and then it automatically turned the camera off for some reason. It wasn't the camera button. Like I was in the settings trying to change my audio. Can you hear me?
Yo, now that sounds delightful.
All right, get out of here, RE27.
Yeah, I get that SM. Bring it in also, like you look all gangster when you like drop it down from above there. It's kind of cool. SR375.
Speaking of the company that you were talking about,
I'm not announcing who the company is. Just so you know, Dylan, come on. Talking about the Elgato prompter or a different one. This is the Elgato prompter. The problem I had with the company has nothing to do with Elgato. It's another big company. Yeah, Dylan is having fun with his mics.
Just the like on air light switch just like broke.
Oh no.
I'm like, oh, I've never seen it do that. Oh no, that's fully like this is in individual pieces now. Awesome.
Not the light. Okay, so once I don't know, we'll wait till we got about 15 people in before I start reading from an email, because I feel like I don't know if I haven't signed the contract, obviously, because I want to know from the people that show up to this live stream. I would say are pretty much the cream of the crop for the channel. They're the ones that are watching everything. They're the ones that are interacting with everything. And they're the ones that the opinion kind of matters, right? Like if you guys tell me that, nah, that's fine, maybe I'll go ahead with it. I still feel a little dirty with the way it's worded, but I think this is kind of a slimy move. First off, I will say that contracts generally shouldn't be involved with giving you products unless you have to return said product, or if they're paying you to do not a review, but a showcase on the product. And that's the first kind of gross thing I feel about that. Why not use a prompter adapter that uses a normal LCD panel? Yeah, you know what? There's a lot of there's a lot of quirks about this. This is meant to be kind of like some kid who's got extra money is setting up a prompter in his bedroom. It's great. Like what this thing offers you is amazing. I just think that like the second screening stuff is great for being able to once I finally get it working with my Sony camera and I'm able to address the screen and make eye contact with people while I'm talking, which is so frustrating. Yeah, there's a lot to love about it. It's just there's some quirky shit that I wish came out in some of the reviews. I didn't see any of this stuff coming out in the reviews, and that kind of frustrates me. This thing had a ton of hype, and rightfully so. This thing's awesome for what it does. But could you take a second to go, God, these are some of the issues we're having with it? That'd be nice. Yeah, oh, no, my froze up again. Damn it. Liberty Dude or an early product release NDA. Amen to that. I would love an early product release NDA. Let me actually unplug this crap. This is just causing problems on my. There we go. Yeah, that's another thing that contracts are good for as well. I looked at other teleprompters, but I need something small and integrated. I use it for Teams calls on my work PC, which I cannot install software on. Yeah, you know what? It's for stuff like that, it's going to be great, right? Although I think you do need software for this to work. For you to use it as a prompter, for you to use it as a, yeah, I think I had to install Elgato. The hell do they call it?
So there's not just like a mini HDMI in or something that you could switch to, like an auxiliary. No.
Nope. No. Elgato Camera Hub. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's the one nice thing I like about stands that will just take basically a monitor.
Yeah, even a laptop, or not a laptop, but an iPad or
a tablet. Well, but a monitor's nice because you can plug in any source. Yeah. You can use it as a secondary display for your computer, which is to me the most practical.
Oh, and the teleprompter on it's kind of trash. The actual teleprompter program.
Yeah.
I haven't played with it too much because it's been a little hard to kind of get used to. And I think I'd need to get the pedal for it. Now, don't get me wrong. This is going to be my go-to prompter because it has certain things about it that I like, including live stream stuff where I can actually make eye contact with the camera while I'm talking. That's really important to me. All right, we got 14 people in. Okay, so let's start with a little bit of outing. We're not going to mention the name of the company. I'm just going to go into my email here and I'll find it here. It's only a couple days ago.
You gotta remind yourself of the name.
Oh yeah. No, I know. It's all good. All good. Where's the contract now? I hate these email chains. There we go. So the contract is tied to affiliates, which I, again, don't necessarily mind. Let's find this. I don't necessarily mind affiliate contracts as long as I believe in the product. If I believe in the product, I'm more than happy to have an affiliate. Otherwise, I'd rather just have Amazon. That was my issue. Now, this is a company that I actually do believe in the product. I have no issue with the products that come from this company. That's the best way I can put it. And in this, they have services from Yellow Tech, basically Yellow. Well, okay, I just
Nice.
All right.
Awesome.
So this is going to be a full on, like, let's see if they're watching.
Nice. Yeah, read it out loud. That's awesome.
Read it out loud. Hey man, it's Friday. I'm tired. So basically, Yellow Tech is offering up a little bit of a affiliate partner agreement and they're going to send me products that I can review. And part of it is number 2. Actually, I can share this screen.
I think we're going to see this live stream. The numbers go way up all of a sudden.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I'm game for it, man. I don't care. Let me see if I can actually share this screen.
First big channel controversy.
Oh, no. You know what? I don't think of this as a controversy.
No, it's just we don't operate.
Just ordered food, settling in. Yeah, get ready. This one's going to be fun.
Throwing some shade.
No, you know what?
We're not throwing some shade. It's just different people do business differently, right? And there's some ways that people do things that we don't do on this channel.
Right. Okay.
Just how we operate our business.
Okay, so I don't. It needs to be bigger. That's what she said.
Nice.
Okay, here we go. How does that look? Does everyone see that? Okay, yeah, everyone can see that. Performance of the partner. And this is what I want to hear from you guys, because a lot of people are like, we don't recommend or we don't we get gear from them, and this is completely mine. The company doesn't have any say on the video, all the while they have links in their description, and this might be part of the contract they signed, and it's worded in a way where it's encouraged, quote unquote, but there should never be encouragement from the company to recommend and promote Yellow Tech products. The partner passes on his individual promotion code to the relevant interested parties. By using the code, the orders are automatically assigned to the partner. The partner promotes the Yellow Tech web shop at his own discretion. If no orders are placed as a result of these activities, a partner shall not receive any commission for the promotion carried out. By using the partner's promotion code, the end customer receives a discount on 10%. And promotes a product review video dedicated. Here we go. The partner creates and promotes a product review video dedicated to the Yellow Tech products. Somebody please tell me whether or not that is a paid advertisement. Is that a paid placement of a product?
I mean,
that is in a contract that the partner creates and promotes a product review video dedicated to the Yellow Tech products. I have a feeling if I sign this contract that if I skewer the product, this contract, they'll be mad at me.
Yeah, you'd be null and void.
Yeah, null and void. Totally paid. SR375. Guys, I really want to hear you guys speak up on this. I want to hear what you guys are saying about this. If you guys think that this is cool, they want you to make a commercial for them. SR375. Thank you. We're just going to go back to the usual. Recommend and promote thing isn't good. It's essentially, I'll get this up on screen. Essentially saying you need to recommend the regardless thoughts. It's also paid since you receive commission. I don't see receiving commission as being paid. So it's a little different. If I review a product and I'm able to be completely honest about it, that's not a paid commission, because they're definitely not going to be giving me money to say, you know what needs work? They're not going to be paying me money to say what I really don't like about the product or how this product could be better. Companies are paying for that. And companies that let me say that, like I have affiliates with Rode, and I'm perfectly happy to. Rode doesn't say, oh, you can't say something negative about our product. I just did that. Things that I would like to see better. And we do it in all of our reviews. If they release a crappy product, you're going to get a crappy review. Yet I still have those affiliate links, and Rode does not revoke them. Rode does. They're there. They're mine. It has nothing to do with the actual language of the video. This, however, is kind of telling me that
it's a fixed outcome.
Yeah.
Right? It's a fixed outcome, regardless of what the situation is going in. And when it comes to, I don't know, consumer awareness, that kind of defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
The whole point of a channel like this is so we can actually give you a sense if there's something you need. Now, is there a chance that you're going to land-based a product at a caliber like that? Probably not. So I don't think there's a lot to risk there, but I think there's a lot of companies that have the confidence to just be like, hey, do whatever you want. Like in the sense, like we know what we're doing is pretty top notch, but yeah, the fixed outcome thing.
I'm gonna just bring one more thing up here, and I'm gonna bring this back to the screen. I'll just put it full screen here so you guys can see it. Danny, I got to take your message off. Clause 9. This is a performance of the company. The partners provided with the following products for free and permanent handover, meaning they're giving it to me in exchange for promotion activities.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for them, a video review is a promotional activity. That is, every company sees a review as a possible promotion for them. That's nothing new. If you do, like, if I really like a product, hell yeah, that's positive promotion for them. If I do a bad one, it's negative promotion for them. It's still promotional activities. Whether or not I view it as a promotional activity, when I'm going, oh, hey guys, let's talk about this new product. It's really great. By the way, they're telling me to say all this stuff, and I have a list of things they want me to say right here. Sorry, I'm miming to the camera and you guys can't see me. That's definitely not helpful. Mika Arm, the partners provided with the following products for free and temporary handover in exchange for promotional activities, video review, VIP creator, which is, I don't actually think.
I think that's a class. It's probably a category in their system for you. Like that's
no, VIP creator is an interface.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yes.
Full of shit.
No, what's that? No, I just realized it was at NAB, so I'm okay.
Okay.
That'd have been awkward.
The colon threw me off.
That it's the wording of that, and I'm guessing I'm not getting many people in the comments that are saying, yeah, you should do the work. Do you the work with no guarantee of any remuneration? Oh, do the work with no guarantee of any remuneration. Then they won't send me the product.
Yeah, so then you can't do the content.
You notice, like, because when they contacted them outside of NAB because I saw them at NAB and I'm like, hey guys, just touching base. This is kind of the idea that I have. I would love to review. I love Yellowtech products. I love the Mika arms. I've always wanted to do a review of the Mika arm versus the Rode arm versus the OC White arm. It's a niche video, but the reason I put so much emphasis on stuff like Rode arms is because of the what you get for Rode arms compared to what you get for OC White and Mika. They have their place. Mika arms are phenomenal. OC Whites are decent too, although I prefer the Mika build quality. So I reached out to them because I'm like, I want to review their stuff, and this is what they came back with: is okay. And yes, we're going to put you into sales. Because as soon as that happens, as soon as they're like, all right, we'll work with you, but you're going to be earning commission. Now you're a salesperson. On the other hand, when you've worked with a company for years, like I have with Rode, and then Rode's like, would you like to be part of the affiliate? That's not, oh, hey, you're a salesperson for us. That's like, oh, hey, you believe in the products. Do you want to do this? This just flat out felt dirty to me. So I don't think there's a way I can do this without any remuneration. I don't think Yellowtech wants that to happen. Should be partner will create videos reviewing the products and will be honest with the review. That would be nice written in. I'm not giving a chance to redo the contract.
Obviously.
How do I put this? Once I've lost faith in, I don't feel like we're in good faith bargaining at this point. And it's like, now that I feel like somebody's trying to use me for furtherance of their product, I don't want to work with them. But I also wanted to hear from you guys. Also partner in this case. Nice. I didn't follow all that section as fast as you went through it. Liberty Dude, which section was that? The last section I just read? Get rid of Liberty Dude.
Oh.
What? You okay?
Yeah, no,
Okay, I thought you okay. So the partner is provided from with the following products for free and permanent handover in exchange for promotion activities: video review, meek arm, table clamp, aluminum. The partner is provided with the following products for free and temporary handover in exchange for promotion activities. So the second one they weren't actually going to give me; they wanted it back, which is perfectly fine. Uh, yeah. So that's I think everything from there. Let's just go through. Let's see what people said. That's paid. You receive something to value in exchange for. Yeah, and I mean, there's a difference when companies send you a product. Um, if I ask for the product, so if I call, let's say Rode and say, Rode, I really want to review your Interview Pro. I just want to get an interview out for this. They'll have an expectation that I'm going to do an interview if they send it to me, right? They're not an expectation, but like, okay, you asked for one. Why did you ask for one if you're not going to do a review? But if they just send it to me, if I just wake up one day and there's a package in the mail, I don't actually have to do a review, and the company doesn't expect it of me. Like they won't call me and go, dude, where's the review of that product we sent you? Because there's no expectation. They're sending it to a reviewer. You'll see Bandrew does this all the time where Bandrew's like, yeah, they sent this to me in 2019. Here's the review. It's 2024. That happens all the time. And it happens because I'm looking at the wrong freaking camera. It happens because companies hope you're going to do a review and they send you a product with the idea that, hey, check this out. And if you don't, they cut their losses and move on. Or they just stop sending you products, which also happens as well. So there is a difference between receiving something in value in exchange for, because it all is the way that it's set up. And the way they set it up is definitely. I don't like recommend and promote part. I want to be able to trust the reviews. You work hard to make sure that we know your reviews aren't biased. I think I'd encourage you to pass. Yeah,
yeah. Well, that comes back to that fixed outcome thing. It's like, no, I want to take this where it goes. If this goes in a bad direction, it's a bad review. If it goes in a good direction, it's a good review.
And like, to be perfectly honest, as soon as I see a few of the response coming in and I read it in front of you, it's like, okay, yeah, I can even see it when I read it right now. And yeah, I'm not doing those reviews. I'm going to have to message him tonight and say, sorry, guys, that's way too one-sided. Leading into I Like It UK, LTT have sponsored showcases, which are not reviews. Something like that could be an alternative option. You'd have to be very clear up front. Yes, because they would have to pay me. This isn't about getting free products, because again, I'll say, you sending me your new microphone or your new boom arm or your new thing does not change my life at all. I get no value out of a brand new boom arm for showcase that half the people are going to watch because it's a showcase and not a review. I need money. If I'm going to showcase and I'm going to make you a commercial, you're paying me money for my time and effort in making you a commercial. I'm happy to do it. Like, I'm happy to do like, hey, look what you can do with this microphone that they sent me. Did you know you could actually record a song with this? That's not a review. That's me showing you something cool you can do with this microphone. If people want to pay me for that, they can pay me. But there's no damn way it's just going to be like, here's a free boom arm. Could you do a showcase for us? No way in hell. Just to be clear, in your opinion, what is your red flag versus what you usually do? Liberty Dude, that's a great question. So usually what will happen, and I think I kind of alluded to this, is companies just send you products and there's no expectation of a review. That, I think, is a fair exchange. And if they don't send me the product, I sure is a good example of a company that doesn't send me products. If I want to review it, I'll go out and buy it, which I did with an Exodyne, and that's perfectly fine. Sure only deals with creators that are of a certain size because they don't think that there's enough impact with creators that are smaller than that size, and that's fine. As soon as contracts become the setup and it's now asking for you to do a review in exchange for the product. If they sent me a contract that said we're sending him this product and he's going to do a review, that's one thing. This was in exchange for. That is a massive red flag. That is basically going, here's the free product. Thanks for the review. And that is kind of the stuff that makes it sound like it's a purchase rather than it is an exchange or just a product here. We'd love it if you could do a review on this. I've only signed contracts on a couple things. I got burned on a contract early on, and I'll never do it again. I'm definitely not going to mention the company on that one. I got burned hardcore on that contract because I thought it was normal that, you get a product in, and I loved the product. Don't get me wrong. I thought the product was awesome. I think it did a great job. I thought it was wicked for what it was. But then as soon as I brought something in, they're like, I don't know about that. And it's like, oh, okay.
Oh, this is one of those things. Yeah.
This is one of those things. So yeah, that's where like the contract instantly puts the hackles up and makes me go, that's gross. Gear Junkie 35, how's it going? Liberty Dude, every company that sends you products is expecting the reviewer to promote their product or review, good or bad, as promotion. You're right. When you put it into a contract, that gives control.
Well, and here's the problem too, is it ends up for, I won't say this about our current conversation because we don't know, but with some companies, it says a lot about confidence. Because if you're a company that's making good product and you're sending your stuff to a reviewer that you've scoped out and they review stuff in your tier, it's naturally going to become promotional content because obviously I'm going to do a good review about it. But if there's skeletons in the closet, maybe that about, and you're not being honest about, then it's like, well, we want to control the output of this. And again, that's not always the case. That's not always the reasons companies do this. Sometimes it's financial. Sometimes they are a company that's so tightly run that they need a business justification for any expenditure of asset value at all, even a promotional unit. Some companies operate really strictly that way, but sometimes it ends up being well, what are you hiding?
And I've had those. I've had companies that have sent me contract just saying, we're giving you this because it's on record for them for when they do their write-offs.
Yep.
That this product went to this person. No expectation. And part of what they said was the responsibilities of me was to promote their product. The responsibility being to promote is, some would say, would have positive ramifications to that promotion. Oh, 1 second. Lil, could you feed the dogs? Thanks, love. All right, that's done. Where I don't get that from any other interaction outside of Mono these days. Outsider just brings that up. Shady business practice broke my heart. I like some of the products. Yeah, and you know what? I mean, is that the video that I've done a bunch of videos this week. I can't remember where it's at. There's a lot of money in that section of gear where Mono is. And it's a golden ticket for a company to get somebody to ride their train all the way and to promote their products because, sell one for or 100 for, it's better to sell 100 for $1 than it is one for 100.
Yeah.
And that's what Mono's doing. And they love that. I want to get that Rode mic, but it's expensive as fuck. Which one? The Pod mic? Pod mic? The Pod mic's awesome. Rode mic. Oh, the Interview Pro. Oh, this Interview Pro is awesome. It is wicked. I've used it multiple times. I just finished a video I did with it. I feel if creator gets to keep product for review, it becomes something of value in exchange for. Danny, to a degree, yeah, but to a degree, nah. Actually, I can do this right now because I'm using my camera. See all that crap on that shelf? See all that? See all that stuff on there and all that crap? That stuff means nothing. It doesn't get touched. It sits on the shelf. It is literal in regards to my life. It's kind of e-waste. Can't sell most of it. Nobody wants to buy used mics, even if it was just used for a review. Nobody wants to buy used interfaces. I have about 6 on that. Nobody wants to buy this stuff for anywhere near what it's worth. It's literally sitting on my shelf for review options. So if I want to compare the AKGP 170 or 420 or the Lawton Audio LS 208, if I want to do any of that, it's up here, but it has no value. I don't make money off this stuff sitting on my shelf. There's no value to it. And I know people have a hard time understanding that who aren't coming from an overwhelming amount of products sitting on their shelves that they have nothing to do with. But yeah, there's absolutely no value to it. And I know that's going to be a contentious thing to say and people aren't going to believe it. But I do say, like, I mean,
And I can relate. Like in my case, it doesn't look as bad because I have racks. And so everything looks tidy, even the shit that I don't use. Like beside me, what do I got? I've got a phone hybrid. I've got
Yeah.
a 1U Comrex phone hybrid, DH22. You know how many times I've used that since I got it? Zero.
Yeah.
Zero. I've used it zero. I don't have a phone line. Um, I've got a phase 3 balanced audio switcher, which theoretically could be useful. It's two double line four switchable input sets, but I'm like, it sits there plugged in. I'm not using it. Same thing. There's a balancing amplifier. I've got about 5 different ways plugged in right now to get audio out of my computer, which is useful. But I'm like, there's, when you got 12 units sitting around, and then microphones. Don't even get me started. Microphones, man. If you need handhelds, I could get a whole trench coat full of them for you. It's
a nice image here, Dylan. That was great.
Yeah, honestly, like that's that. But that's at a certain point when you get gear and when you're operating, you're gonna start looking for ways to get rid of stuff, not get stuff.
Yeah. SR 375. I'm okay with sponsored videos as long as there's no restrictions on review of said product and that you're honest that it's sponsored. I don't think I'll never do a sponsored review. I would do a sponsored, like, hey, check out what this thing can do. A good example would be sponsor. What happens when you run over an SM58? It's still working. That's a great sponsored concept because a company would pay you, show them how durable this microphone is. You're not giving a review on the product. You're not saying, hey, you should buy this. You're just going, hey, look how durable this is. Or, look at what you can record with this microphone and bring it and record an orchestra with RTF setup or whatchamacallit, 90. Fuck, my brain's going XY. Thank you.
I just like watching that. That was fun.
That's kind of the stuff that's the kind of stuff that you can pay for because it's not providing, it's just showing you what it can do. And I'm cool with that. I receive many offers for it, but I'm cool with that if people want to give me money for that. Any company that doesn't like criticism is a company that I don't trust. Amen. I agree with that. And
100%.
Even Zoom, I actually think I can still work with Zoom, even after I roasted them. So, like, props to Zoom. I will never, have a problem taking a product from Zoom because I know damn well if I decide to rake them, some of my best videos this past year have been the Zoom, whatever they called them, those crappy little recorders, the H Essentials recorders. Thank you. My brain's not where it used to be. Well, Wish, sounds like what you don't like is the ambiguity of the expectation. If you're honest with how you approach this, I think you can go with your gut. I trust you'll deliver honest content. Yeah, I agree. Liberty Dude kind of touches on the same thing. If you went ahead, do you feel the requirement would be to do a good review or leave out negative aspects of the product? 100%. That is the only reason I would have a contract that would say stuff like that. There's no reason for them to put in the contract that it would be my responsibility to promote their product. They could say, if they said in there that my responsibility was to do a review. So if the line was just like, Dark Corner Studios' responsibility is to review the product, that would tell me that, okay, that's actually fair because that's what's going to happen. And that's not like, hey, do a good review. There's just do a review. That's all we want. That is something that would be acceptable to be in a contract. To promote your product through a review is something completely different. And yes, that would give me the impression that I would have to leave out negative aspects of the product. And I don't think they would be appreciative.
Well, I think it depends too, because I'm second guessing it now, because I think sometimes people's different interpretations of the word promote, right? Because when we think about like event promotion, what are you doing? You're telling people about the event. So yep. Promotion in that sense is telling somebody about a product. And so, okay, so what I say there, but yeah, I don't know the where that was in the sense, the other words that were used, it feels like there's kind of a positivity skew here that we're talking about. And that's the part that's iffy. You want us to talk about your product? Obviously, that's what we'll do because that's why we're asking you for it. But yeah, I don't know.
Danny, here's an interesting point. I was approached by a well-known remote recording platform, me too, to partner on some promos, and I advised them I don't use it because they destroyed several recordings. We'll pay you. No. Funny, I think the one that you're talking about, I already partnered with like 2 years ago, and I made money off, and it was a sponsored. This is what you can do with this. And I did two of those. One was Descript. They wanted to show off how you could use their fake voices, the AI voices. And the other one was Riverside. And they just wanted me to show how the product didn't degrade because you were keeping local samples and that's what you ended up downloading. I did both, made money off it. I would still do work for Descript. I'm actually still making money on from Descript every once in a while for affiliates because I love Descript. I use it all the time, constantly. Riverside? Well, let's just say I'm on StreamYard right now. So we'll leave it at that. So if the point of that is if they came back to me and said, hey, would you like to do a review video? I'd probably say no, because I would work with StreamYard because I love what StreamYard does. Having a library of mics is not a bad thing. However, if you want to sell some of them, no, I'm okay keeping them. I just don't want people to think, oh my God, dude's rich. Because
No, and in my case, it's not all mics. Most mics I have a place for, but it's the amount of handhelds. I'm not doing a ton of live sound stuff. And the only situation other than a very certain band that needs it for performance in the studio, which is rare these days, I find, some rock and rap guys. But for the most part, I'm using condensers and instrument dynamics in a studio setting, and something like an SM7B that's on a stand, right? You're not holding this in your hand. So handheld mics specifically, I don't need more than a handful for every once in a while when I'm working with a live band, which is rare that you have anything that needs more than like 4 handheld mics, and that's a lot.
Yeah, and I've got another one coming to you. You got that Shure Nexodines coming your way.
Oh yeah. No, I've got a drawer with 10 handhelds, and most of them I don't even like. I've got some old Audio Technica ATH 2020s or something. They're like high output dynamic mics. I'm like, when the fuck am I going to use these?
I also have your Beta 58. So
yes, you do. Yeah. I don't know where the hell they're going to go. I just redid my mic. I have a giant drawer for mics, and there's not enough room. I need multiple layers.
This thing behind me, the full top drawer is all dynamic microphones, all dynamic handhelds.
Probably, I was going to say all handhelds too.
Danny, you should have a fire sale live stream sometime. I would if the shipping wasn't egregious.
Yeah,
I've tried to find ways that I could like sell off stuff, because I would definitely sell off a bunch of stuff at a decent price to listeners. I have had listeners in my local area that have contacted me. One guy was with one of the Essentials, the H6 Essential, a guy that was vision impaired, and he wanted to try out the H6 Essential because it had stuff for visually impaired. And I said, well, dude, you can, for a small fee, I'll bring it over. I'll show you how to use it. I don't really want much money for it, but just enough to go get another product that I can review on the channel. He's like, yeah, okay, sounds good. So I don't mind doing that. And like for a song, like $30, here you go. And I put that into a pot. I don't mind doing that. But when I start shipping it and it's like $70 to ship, it becomes problematic. And then I'm like, well, do I sell it to you guys and you guys pay for shipping? No SM58's worth $70 worth of shipping, guys.
No.
Okay, Jerker. Jerker wants to. I'm here so Aiden can say my name again. Doing the
I was just gonna say, yeah.
Is anyone going to like clip out all the jerkers that I say?
Jerker. I think it's the way you say it. You got such a jerker. Jerker.
I have drawers of camera and audio accessories. I believe in e-waste, Steve. Yeah, man, it's amazing. I would say like the amount of products, if I was using this in the context of like a studio where I was using this stuff on a day-to-day, then you have that value for value, right? You have the they sent me this and I'm constantly making money off of it. But no, I don't make shit off of it. Stuff in my
oh yeah, it's just taking up real estate at this point.
Basically, and makes my studio kind of hot, which I'm starting to sweat, by the way. Danny, Dylan, and Aiden in dodgy trench coats at the local town market with a bunch of gear clanking away. That's not gear, man. There's a YouTuber called Jim Caddy who is sponsored by Sony for a Bluetooth speaker and called the video a review. I asked, since this is sponsored, to title the review as Showcase instead. Yeah, you know what? And the word review, and companies love it. You call it a review. No, it's a review. No, because again, companies don't see it as shady. Like if a company releases a great product, they release a product that is fantastic, has no real negative issues. It's easy, like, whoa, the Nexodyne's a great example. It was a great microphone. There's very little negative to say about the Nexodyne. And one person said, this just sounds like an advertisement. Well, I'm not going to create bad stuff to say about a product if they release a good product.
No,
the one thing I said was it's expensive.
Yeah.
There's no way to downplay $299 for a microphone, for a stage mic.
Yeah.
So yeah, like you can look like you're crossing a line even when you're not. Like, sure didn't give me any money. They didn't even give me the product for that one. And I'm happy to destroy a company if they're handing me dog shit. But if they hand me something that's awesome, I'm not going to go out of my way to find things wrong. It says a review in their contract to explain what a promotion means. Yes, but that's the kind of double talk that you can get, that can get you into a lot of trouble. When you sign a contract and you're under contractual obligation, at the bottom of that contract that they sent me here, and I'll find that for you.
That's the issue. Is the contract is ambiguous, so the company might not actually enforce. Like I was reading.
Here, I'm just going to do something really quick before you say anything. Place of jurisdiction. German law shall apply exclusively to this contract. So this is a legally binding document that you're signing when you sign this contract. Like you're legally bound to follow the rules of it. And one of the things, if you have a lawyer as a friend, talk to your lawyer about contracts that have dubious, wish-washy language in them, because in a court of law, if they decided to sue, right? Like let's say I do a review on their product and, oh Jesus, you know what? I really don't like this. I don't like what this does. This is kind of trash. They go take me to court under German law, which I, by the way, don't know German law, and maybe they can take me to the cleaners for it. That's not something I want to find out. So dubious language that can be misinterpreted or interpreted multiple ways is freaking scary. And any lawyer will tell you to run away from contracts.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Contracts are only, the terms of contracts are only as strong as the extent to which one of the parties is willing to enforce the conditions. So if you have a condition that's worded in that way, you have to, when you're reading a contract, as somebody is about to sign a contract, you should read every clause. Is my lawyer that kind of taught me this. Read every clause in the worst possible way that somebody could interpret that, because that is telling you, based on the verbiage, how far they could go. Like how far could the client argue, or could the company that wrote the contract, could they argue that Aiden was not fulfilling the terms of the contract because there was no positivity? That wording easily could be interpreted for that outcome. It could also be innocent and be like, hey, promo, you know, that the promotion is in the form of a review. We just want you to talk about the product, but they could interpret it either way. And so that's where the issue is. Like I remember an old employment contract, like from an employer years and years and years ago. I read a clause in it, and Aiden, you've signed clauses like this. It basically said anything that you create while you work for us, whether in the office or outside of working hours, that is remotely related to your role with this organization is ours. That belongs to us. And I had talked to human resources at the time about it, and they said, oh, well, that what we mean is just like if you do a project for us outside, like if it's something for like freelance, that doesn't count. And that was when I was like, okay, can I have that in writing?
Yeah.
Because I
Yes.
need that confirmed in the document that I'm going to sign, because I am a freelancer. I do tons of work outside of my employment with you that you have absolutely no right to at all. And so, no, I'm not, unless you revise that, I'm not signing that document.
Yeah. The Outsider Jess, what about a garage sale or pop-up shop in your region? I actually have a home
That'd be
office
cool.
now, or not a home office. I have an office. It's a shared office space that I use just for multiple things. One is tax. But once I have my own shop, which isn't that far off, I think that might be something I would do, because my shop would be like a business, right? So,
Yep.
um, kind of like when LTT got their shop and they moved it out of their house. It's everyone knows where it is. It's not.
Hey, we'll make it a party. We'll get caterers. We'll get a tent. We'll get some music going. Have a tent sale.
Hey, Shrimp, how's it going, buddy? Shipping costs and import duty to the UK would be prohibitive. Amen to
Yeah,
that.
that
Jerker. Yes.
yerker.
Okay, being 100% honest, if after the fact I found out a reviewer I followed signed this contract and did a review on a Yellowtech boom arm, I would not have a problem with it on face value. Interesting.
That's fair. That's interesting.
It's you know what, and I think that's fine. I think I would, from my perspective, I'd feel dirty, because now I'm in a position where I have to go to them and say, "Hey guys, I have a problem with these clauses. I feel like you're insinuating that these clauses are going to be is somehow tied to the content of the review." And that's what they sound like. They sound like they're tied to there. It sounds like them giving me the boom arm is tied to the promotion on the review, and the two things should be completely separate. So me, it would make me feel dirty. Plus, I don't want to. I'm not here to negotiate a contract, but that's under German law. Just send me the friggin' product if you want me to review it. And that's basically going to be the gist of the email that I get back. So from here on out, I'm probably not going to be having any affiliate links for Yellowtech. I think the best way to put it. But you know what? I mean, maybe it ends up where they're like, "Oh, sorry, yeah, we didn't mean that. Here, rip up the contract. Here's the products. Just do a review." Then I'll have Yellowtech products on my channel. We'll see after this video, though.
Yeah.
Make a multi-mic rail, put every mic in a line, run them all to a switch, and then sit behind them and have us guess which one is the active one. The one who guesses it right gets it. I actually like that
That's
idea.
a cool idea. That's a
That I would have to run through Discord, because YouTube has a weird way with giveaways and stuff like that. Even mentioning it can get your video demonetized. And yeah, so I would love to do something like that. And I've even thought about doing it for members, because that would be kind of one of the perks is, maybe once every few months, I'll just do something like that, because I need to get rid of a mic, or I have no use for a mic. A mic, like, for example, the AKG D5 behind me that's sitting in there, I have not once pulled that out to use it. I think I used it in a review for a comparison a while back, but that things just sat there. It's never been used. That would be a great mic where it's like, "Hey guys, this D5, really want to get rid of it. Let's do something fun." So that it's on the on the way, perhaps. We'll see. We'll see if I can make something like that work, but it would have to be through Discord. And I would probably make it for members. And the only reason I would do that is because giveaways are super toxic, super duper toxic. So maybe I set up a 99-cent membership just so you can be part of it. Because I like, and then you just jump in for the giveaway and then you can jump right back out. You give me $1, whatever. And you're in the draw. But I don't know if I'd just do it to random, because man, some weird shit's happen every time. Even the road backpack giveaway got real toxic real fast. You should see some of the messages I got. Oh wait, skipped over this. This conversation is good and needed, but I'm guessing that you've already made up your mind and you're looking for validation from your community. Yeah, I was looking for you guys to tell me that either I was overreacting, which Liberty Dude has kind of told me, which I'm taking into consideration, or that, oh dear God, what the hell? So that's kind of what I was bringing this to you for. Not necessarily validation, but like this was kind of the exact same thing that happened with Mono. when Mono did this, they're sending me the product. They're like, here, sign up for this and all your, and it's like, guys, I haven't even looked at the freaking product. And the problem with Mono is there's a very good chance I'm not going to like your product. And as it's turned out, one of the products was brutally defective. So like, yeah, like, why am I signing up for that? Why am I now I'm selling for you? And that made me feel dirty. And like, I didn't share parts of that conversation. Oh no, I did share parts of that conversation in the video. Because that's the kind of stuff that like, so for a lot of people, the insinuation is generally enough to make you go, oh, and then have a completely positive video. So if there's a power imbalance in a relationship, which there is a power imbalance between me and a large company like Yellowtech, I love their products. I would love to do reviews. They have products that have a physical value to them, and for a lot of reviewers, there's a power imbalance there where they're like, "Oh, do you want the product? Here you go. Oh, we're just gonna get you to sign this, and all you're doing is you're just saying that you're gonna do a promotion, which we call a review, or a promotion, or review, which we call a promotion." And you sign the contract, and then they get back to you and they're like, actually, we don't really want you to say that about the product. Could you just kind of keep this in your words? Little things like that get kind of dicey once you've signed the contract. So
Yeah, well, retaining editorial rights with somebody that that doesn't work for my business, that's a little bit,
yeah,
especially without the exchange of capital, because that's kind of, we're talking about, a fixed good for something here, not as Aiden said, if you want to pay for something like that, that's a different story.
yeah. SR375, the Nexodine also has a home for folks not so experienced with live audio, think the cruise ship or other entertainment venues. Yeah, I would say with the cancellation of the handling noise, for sure, for $299 US, that's
Well, I would say just the cancellation of noise altogether.
Yeah.
Again, when I was doing that, that was, when you're doing live sound, there's a ton of things you're monitoring and focusing on and paying attention to. That honestly, I was at first I was a little nervous, but then a couple songs in a set one, I'm like, oh no, you're fine, you're good. I'll just move on to fixing other things. Thanks.
Yeah. Liberty Dude, as long as the reviewer put forth that they were sent the product for free and the content of the review is 100% their position, to the best of the ability, they pointed out all the negatives. The question is, Liberty Dude, is whether or not the content of the review could be 100% my position after a contract like that. That is the stuff that makes me wonder, like, any ambiguity in the contract that they can sue me for. Now the content of the review isn't 100% my position, because now am I going to release am I going to get sued for a boom arm review? So let's say I get the boom arm from them, and I get everything done, and they're like, no, you signed the contract, you have to put the video out, and you're not putting that out, you're doing a new video. Now I can be sued under contract law for not fulfilling my end of the contract, or put out a video that I don't 100% believe in, that I mislead my audience with. That's the other side of that coin that I really don't like, nor do I want to find out about. However, I will say, again, I will reach out. I don't like signing of an unnecessary contract, knowing it is an industry standard is clearly unnecessary. So this is where they're kind of a little bit sneaky. The contract has to be signed for the codes, for the promo codes for the affiliate links. So you do have to sign a contract to become an affiliate salesperson. So if I put in your affiliate link in, my goodness, I have to sign a contract that basically says, yes, this is me, this is what I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. So they snuck in lending me the gear into that affiliate contract, so that it is an unnecessary contract for the gear. I have somebody coming down, just an FYI. Hey, Bug. I love you.
We're going to go.
Mrs. Dark Corner is stopping in to say hi. Speaking of office, I finally ordered myself an AC. I kind of need an AC down here right now. I'm sweating buckets. Great to hear about the shared office space, considering that for my web development work. Yeah, you know what? Especially like on days where in-laws are in town and I need to get work done, I have office space to go to, which is awesome. I love that. And it's, I think, $200 a month. So worth it. Outsider Jess, good question. What mics have the best build quality you guys own? If you were in a desperate situation, would you use as a hammer? SM58 could crush somebody's skull.
Yeah.
I would definitely use an SM58 to.
Well, especially because there are some handheld mics. The 58's a good example of why that would work especially well. That are just a tube with wires going through them into the capsule. I've opened some very lightweight handhelds. Not only does this mic have like a super thick steel barrel, but also on the inside is like potted with epoxy.
Yeah, epoxy polymer.
And so there's a lot of density moving around there.
All right, so we're going to go in a few minutes here. It's already 6:00 our time. I do have to bring this one. Steve, as one who lives in Germany, don't sign anything that says German law.
Okay, good to know.
Steve, I'd love for you to expand on that a bit.
Elaborate a little.
See, because anything that like...
Maybe not everything, but just like big ticket items, what in your opinion is wrong with German law that we should be weary of? I'm curious.
There's some countries where contracts are serious law. Like you can go to prison for breaking contracts. Dubai is a great example of a country where
Dubai, a lot of the laws are pretty.
Yeah, a lot of the laws end up in jail.
At least compared to our side of the world, their laws can be quite restrictive. I know people in Dubai and they talk about it.
$300 for that. $300 for that mic is a penny for a cruise ship operator when it helps less experienced people deliver better experiences. Yeah, I think that's fair. And I think like most people that are buying this stuff for like a cruise ship, I'm guessing don't understand the concepts of what makes a good microphone. They probably just go with SM58s.
Or cheaper. I mean, we're talking about maximizing returns here.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, like if I could, if there's people who own cruise lines that are looking for microphones, buy the Shure Nexodine. I don't make any money off that statement.
Hey, if there's cruise lines, watching, we'll do live sound for you. Just give us a free cruise, and
my biggest issue I saw was in relation to the promo code. It says you must give the promo code to any interested parties. What if you hated a particular product? You would still have to give out a code. It's funny. I've gotten into the habit of not putting a code out if I don't sell it. Like if I don't like a product. I didn't put codes out for the monos, and there's been a few in the past. If it's a complete fail, I don't put a code in. If it's like I can see some people might like this. The links are below. That would annoy me because that's something where it's like, I can't, guys, like that's bad. But then again, it's funny because you're dealing with a company like Yellowtech who don't fuck around with their products. They have really good products. So it's kind of like, yeah. Anyways, Danny, in Scotland, if you break a contract, you sit in a pub for 12 hours and only drink water as punishment. I'm not German, but live right next doors in Austria and speak German. German law is bureaucratic. Hell. It is extremely complicated and strict. Every single thing down to the last detail is regulated. That's one of the things that would make me be a little worried about contracts. Like contracts in Canada. I understand contract law in Canada. Yeah. Marine X, I absolutely love my OC White low profile arms. Big cost 3 years ago, but worth it. I have the Gen 1s and I love them, but they're bulky as hell. They came out with the Gen 2 shortly after I got mine. I got mine from the radio station I used to work at. There's a bunch of them that I got. I still have like 7 of them. But they're bulky. They're beautiful. They're gorgeous, but they also don't sell any of the products to support Gen 1 anymore. So you have to find it used somewhere. Sad my book comments can't just be on Big Book instead of having to do a whole series collection. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Jerker, like you can ask suit if you were a restaurant owner and one of your outdoor chairs is even a few centimeters too close to the street. Jesus. And Steve, this is one I've been waiting for before I pack it in. You would not end up in jail, but if you don't show up in court, you lose. And even German lawyers can't really tell you what the contract may mean. Judges can just make it up, it seems to me. Jesus, why would you sign a contract in Germany? OC White make great arms. I have the Podcaster Pro arm is one of their arms I use. Yeah, they do make great arms. And the last one, Action Podcast. Welcome to the show. Hello again, chaps. Latest, I had a 3-hour root canal treatment. Jesus.
Wow.
There goes my SM58 for a couple months, damn it. Yeah, the couple. My last root canal cost me $2,000. Damn. Agreed. Low profile rocks. Bandrew's in the house. How's it going, Bandrew? Low profile is awesome. I've gotten used to using. I would love to see Rode release a low profile boom. I need to get the Elgato boom arm now that I'm going all Elgato with like this Elgato prompter, which is still kind of pissing me off. Anyways, anyone else listening, if you guys got an idea for a good hub that is Thunderbolt 4 for Mac, so I can plug everything into my Mac without stuff not working, let me know down below in the comments. Otherwise, you guys have a great day, and we'll see you next week, unless you're Yellow Tech, and I'll see you. Bye.
See ya.